only on India Today TV.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist.
Co-presented by Kentaro, जो देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी. Co-presented by JK Tyre Ranger Series. Stay wild at heart.
Good evening, hello and welcome. You're with the news today, Friday night, ahead of that big verdict day tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. Clear verdict or hung house in Karnataka. What lies ahead? 12 hours to go for that big verdict. Also, we'll have a ground report as I go to ground zero to talk to our wrestlers who are simply refusing to end their protest. And Maharashtra's speaker, the man who has a big task ahead of him, will be joining me day after that big Supreme Court verdict. But first, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. All eyes on the big Karnataka verdict. Ahead of verdict day, Congress, BJP keep plan B in place in case the election throws up a hung assembly. H.D. Kumaraswamy hints he's ready to deal with any party that makes him chief minister. Axis My India Today poll predicts a clear win for the Congress. The dangle for justice now reaches the courts. Delhi police form an SIT to probe the case against Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, accused of sexually harassing women wrestlers. Judge says POSCO case will be transferred to a district judge. Supreme Court pulls up the Mamata Banerjee government for banning the Kerala story. Says West Bengal not different from the rest of the country. Sends a notice to the government. Interim relief for ex-Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. Court grants him bail in all cases. Pakistan government told to ensure security. Imran declares it's me versus army chief. Sachin Pilot's sangharsh against the Gehlot government continues as he resumes his march from Ajmer. Attacks both Gehlot and the BJP over corruption. Maharashtra government drops charges against ex-Mumbai top cop Parambir Singh, revokes his suspension. Meanwhile, ex-NCB officer Samir Wankhede booked in corruption case. Big development in the Gyanvapi Temple Mosque row. Court allows Archaeological Survey of India to conduct carbon dating of the alleged shivling without damaging the structure. Supreme Court pulls up SEBI in the Adani Hindenburg row, says can't grant 6 more months to finish the probe, hints at a shorter time period. India's retail inflation eases to an 18-month low of 4.7% in April. Inflation below RBI's upper tolerance limit for the second straight month. But the story that we are breaking at the very top, all eyes now on Karnataka, where counting begins tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Top leaders of BJP, Congress have gone into a huddle this evening. BJP leaders claiming they have a plan B ready. H.D. Kumaraswamy has returned tonight from Singapore. So all eyes there in Karnataka on that big story, because remember, this is a crucial do-or-die battle for the Congress in particular. And ahead of that, Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy flying off to Singapore, setting tongues wagging. What is he up to? The Congress is now in a meeting with its top leaders, while the BJP has openly said that they are ready with a plan B. All of this on the day before counting takes place in Karnataka. What's happening on ground zero? It's our top story tonight.
The results are not out yet, but political parties in Karnataka are busy working on backup plans in case the elections throw up a hung assembly. The BJP already has a plan B ready, and its leaders are talking about it openly, sparking speculation about another season of Operation Lotus.
BJP is full majority, I think. One thing, we will form the government. BJP form the government. If anything happens, we will see B plan also. So that decided by the central government.
Sources tell India Today, the state BJP has requested Union Home Minister Amit Shah to reach Bengaluru by Saturday evening if no party manages to get majority. Sources claim the BJP has shortlisted possible winners from opposition parties and is likely to approach first-time Congress and JDS MLAs. The BJP, according to sources, will be considering options of forming government even if the Congress gets a slender majority. Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, though, is confident of getting the required majority.
Even I say that there is no chance for Hanga Assembly. We will win with comfortable majority. 1 year they only ruled, no? 1 year it was a coalition government and it failed miserably.
Sir, DK Shivkumar says that...
It is they did the unholy alliances.
The Congress, which many exit polls have given an edge, is aware of the dangers lurking. The party's top leaders met on Friday to chart their plan of action.
See, Operation Lotus has been originated and mastered in Karnataka. So if you read through the Karnataka political history, we have this black mark on us saying that the origin of Operation Lotus started in Karnataka. But having said that, we have to be careful. We'll keep our flock together.
The self-proclaimed joker in the pack, the JDS is claiming offers from both BJP and Congress.
Both the parties have really approached us. Both the parties know that JDS is really going to play a significant role in the decision after the post result. So we are definitely keeping our ideas of development of Karnataka as a primary factor, and definitely we would announce it at an appropriate time.
Whether any party wins majority or not, the BJP open claims of Plan B means Karnataka could see some resort politics yet again.
Well, with just 24 hours more to go for the big day that's going to decide the future of Karnataka, make no mistake, Karnataka is one such state where both the parties give as good as they get. With video journalist Shivashankar, Anaka Keshav for India Today, Bengaluru.
So what can we expect tomorrow? That's my first big question. Decisive verdict or yet another hung house? Will Karnataka see resort politics once again? Who will JDS back if it's a hung house? Does the Congress have a clear edge as our exit poll, the Axis My India poll, indicates? I'm joined by Dr. Zafar Islam, the national spokesperson BJP. Aishwarya Mahadev is the national spokesperson of the Congress. And S.S. Shankar Anna is the JDS state spokesperson. Appreciate all of you joining us. Aishwarya Mahadev, you have reason to smile if you look at the India Today Axis My India poll, but other polls are suggesting a much closer fight and a possible hung assembly. So is there a plan B ready? Is the Congress very clear? Anything below 113, you will have to take your MLAs to a resort.
Good evening, Rajdeep. And I think of all the surveys that we've seen, the one I will put my money behind is yours. And I think you've given us 122 to 140 plus. So I don't think there's going to be any resort politics. We're extremely, extremely confident of an emphatic win. And I'm not going to be like any of my opposition here that have plan B, C, plan J, D, S and things like that. So I don't think that is going to be something that we're seeing. We're very, very confident. Our workers have been at the strong rooms. All of us are looking forward to polling tomorrow at 8, Rajdeep. That's pretty much what it is from my side.
No, so you're telling me that the Congress has no plans. We are told you are already contacting potential independents who may win. I was told this afternoon by a senior Congress leader that there are 3 or 4 independents who we are in touch with. You're denying all that. You're claiming that the Congress still sees only the India Today Axis poll. I'm putting all the polls out there. At least 5 of them are saying it's a hung assembly.
Rajdeep, I think for us, we're very confident of it, but obviously contingency is something that the Congress will plan for, especially looking at how the BJP leadership has come out and the way that they've spoken, saying there will be an operation in Karnataka, it is just contingency to prepare and plan, because we can't put anything past the BJP where even completely patently illegal acts are seen as Chanakya at action. So that is the reality of today. So the Congress is very optimistic, but cautiously so also when it comes to contingencies. But then again, I still believe that you called it right. So we'll talk about this. Hopefully, if I get a chance to be on your show tomorrow, Rajdeep.
Yeah, we'll have wait and see. If our poll is right, you'll have reason to smile. If it is wrong, I don't know whether you'll even come on the show, which is, of course...
I will.
Okay, you'll come even if our poll is wrong and you're losing. Okay.
Irrespective.
Irrespective, you'll be on the show. Good. That's the spirit to have. Shankar Anna, JDS state spokesperson, all eyes are also on Mr. Kumaraswamy, because in the past, 3 of the last 4 elections in Karnataka have thrown a hung assembly. He's been chief minister thrice. We are told he's flown off to Singapore and is coming back later tonight. Which way are you going? Are you in talks with the BJP? There is some talk that the BJP has contacted the JDS.
Good evening, Rajdeep, sir.
Good evening.
You personally have visited Karnataka, and one thing you will agree, sir, that though we might not get the absolute majority, but the people of Karnataka love Shri H.D. Kumaraswamy ji, and we will be the kingmaker, and we'll be getting around 50 seats.
So you will be getting around 50 seats, you will be the kingmaker, but do you want to be king like in 2018? Who is your preference between the BJP and the Congress? Who is your first preference, Shankar Anna?
Sir, last time also we got 37 and Congress got 78.
Yes.
Yet Congress came to Kumaraswamy ji and told, you be the chief minister. That is the love towards Kumaraswamy from both the parties and of the state of Karnataka, sir.
So and you are saying whoever, am I correct that whoever makes Kumaraswamy chief minister will get first shot?
That is what Kumaraswamy ji has made it clear today to a national daily, sir.
Yes, that is a big story. You're giving us breaking news. You're confirming what has been said by Kumaraswamy. Mr. Kumaraswamy is saying, whoever makes me chief minister, I will do a deal with them, is what the buzz is in Bengaluru. Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, is it true that you all are in touch with Mr. Kumaraswamy? R. Ashok, your leader, has already spoken of a plan B.
Well, I am not privy to what is the plan B of Mr. Ashok was talking about. But as far as Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, the Karnataka unit, the Delhi unit, everywhere if you ask anyone, you will find the only one answer, you'll get only one response, that we are confident. And because the ground reality is very different than what has been projected in your survey and what the feedback we have from our people. We are very confident that we will at least have 125 seats or between 125 to 130 seats. And
so you are denying these reports. You are denying the reports that you are in touch with Mr. Kumaraswamy. You are denying the reports that you will try and you are in touch with JDS MLAs, potential JDS MLAs.
Well, all I'm trying to tell you that we are absolutely confident of our victory. In case JDS, if our leadership wants JDS to be part of that government, it is the prerogative and discretion of our leadership and of course JDS as well. So I won't comment anything there, whether they have been contacted, not contacted, whether there will be possible alliance for to form the government, because these are all speculative questions and I don't want to speculate at this point. I mean, I am confident of our victory. Still, even if you are in a position to form the government, and should the leadership decide to rope in JDS also as a partner, it is the discretion of the party leadership. Or JDS wants to be part of the government, it is again they can make such requests. But all this decision is taken at the leadership level. It is unfair on my part to make that statement that whether they have been contacted or whether we have not contacted.
So you are saying you are confident of getting 125 seats. You are not worried. Aishwarya Mahadev, let's look at what H.D. Kumaraswamy told me 10 days ago. He is, as he confessed to me, the joker in the pack. And he says no card game can be won without the joker. I want you to listen to what HDK said and I want you to respond, Aishwarya.
The big question everyone is asking, hung assembly, who do you go with? You went in 2018 with the Congress. Who will you go with, sir?
This time we worked very hard because last two occasions, what we have a bitter experience about bad experience. For that, actually, we wanted to bring our government on our own on the blessing of the people of Karnataka. For that, we are working out. Let us see what will
No,
be
but
the-
if it is a hung assembly, then what?
No, let us see. Yeah.
Wait and watch.
Yes.
You are not committing to any party.
No. We are not coming to any party.
Who is your enemy number one, Congress or BJP?
Both the parties are enemies to our party.
The national parties believe regional parties are now going to find it difficult. That the days of regional parties are coming to an end.
Even after 2 terms by the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Ji, now people are declining from BJP also.
Okay, there HD Kumaraswamy saying Congress, BJP, both enemies. Aishwarya Mahadev, let's speak clear now about this. Is the Congress willing to do a deal with HD Kumaraswamy like you did in 2018? Is that at all in the realm of possibility? Anything below 113 and you will need the support of HDK possibly. Is that something that the Congress is willing to consider, or once bitten, twice shy?
You know, Rajdeep, I'd really like to believe that someday I'll be important enough to answer that question for you. But right now, that depends on what the leadership decides. There have been several instances, and I'll give you history on this. In 2004, whenever the JDS crosses 30-35 seats is when they obviously come into play. In 2004, they created a coalition with Mr. Dharam Singh in the Congress. You know how that went down. In 2018 also, we see what happened and how the BJP obviously gave you Operation Kamala again. So the JDS, I'm assuming, and it's only fair for all political parties to have aspirations. The JDS hopes that this is the third time that, you know, that they can come in and make some impact out of this. But Rajdeep, I come from the old Mysore region. I come from what is the powerhouse for the JDS. And there is a massive vein of their basic vote bank that they have, whether it's caste-based, whether it's farmer-based and whatnot. So I don't think the JDS will make enough numbers there. Okay. However, in the off chance, I do not... Two instances, Rajdeep. One is that the BJP MLA of Hassan Pritam has said don't even vote for the JDS because that vote is coming to the BJP. So I don't know what he means by that. And the second is, again, I'm going to be supremely confident, but I will also concede tomorrow we may or may not see what the mandate of the people is, but I'm still supremely confident that we will not need anybody else but our own MLAs in this situation.
I want to put up the 5 X factors, and I want the viewers to know that these are the X factors we look at very closely when the exit poll comes tomorrow. X factor number 1, which way will the women and the poor vote? Remember, our exit poll is showing women, 11% more women are voting for the Congress compared to the BJP. Could be critical. The poor too, those below 20,000 income, 10,000 income, voting big time for the Congress. Number 2 X factor is, can the BJP hold on to its Lingayat votes? Remember, about 17% of Karnataka is Lingayat vote. Will the BJP hold on to this critical caste base of the party, especially in North and Central Karnataka? Takeaway number 3, X factor number 3, is a triangular fight in old Mysuru helping the Congress. The vote share of JDS declining, BJP getting votes, but the Congress benefiting from the split in votes. Takeaway number 4, will the BJP's last mile booth management prove crucial? Remember, the BJP has the resources, has a lot of Panna Pramukhs who handle every page. They claim that will make the critical difference. And takeaway number 5, will that JDS vote remain intact or drop? If it starts dropping, who will benefit from it? Very quick final word there for Dr. Zafar Islam. Which is that X factor? Are you worried that women may not have voted for you and the poor may have not voted for you? You cannot win an Indian election without the support of the women. Mamata Banerjee got the women vote. She defeated you. Now it could be Siddaramaiah.
Or DK Shiv Kumar.
Well, Rajdeep, we had discussed in detail yesterday also. But let me tell you very candidly that whether it's the bottom end of the pyramid or the lower strata of the society, or even the women, the youth, and the farmers, everyone has supported Bharatiya Janata Party. We will win comfortably. But let me tell you one more thing. You posed this same question to the Congress spokesperson. She has very candidly accepted that JDS is something they do not want to be associated with, because she claimed that they have dented in JDS vote, and she obviously they wouldn't want to align with JDS. And we have seen in 2018 also that the unholy alliance didn't work beyond
Did you
one and a half
forget
year
your
because
alliance with the
both of
JDS,
them had a different different expectation.
Now, what's the
from
point
each
you're
other
making, Zafar
and
Islam?
more
Very quickly, I have
towards,
limited time. What's the point
reaching
you're
their own
making?
objective. As I said, that right now we are very hopeful that we will win. Should we not have a situation where we have a comfortable majority? We are not saying anything that we will not align with JDS. As Mr. Ashok has very clearly stated, that Plan B means Plan B can't be anything but having an alliance.
Very interesting, very interesting. The BJP spokesperson today is saying he's not ruling out a Plan B. He's saying you'll get a majority, but you're saying no one is an untouchable for you in politics, not the JDS certainly. It appears, Shankar Anna ji, you are hoping that dono haath mein laddu, so you're hoping that both these parties will not cross 114. As you heard your leader Kumaraswamy ji saying, I will wait and watch. What is Mr. Kumaraswamy gone to Singapore for, by the way?
Sir, just look at the confidence Kumaraswamy ji has. When all BJP and Congress leaders are busy booking resorts, making meetings, Kumaraswamy ji very confidently goes to Singapore.
Maybe he's flying his MLAs to Singapore, Rajdeep.
No, 1 minute. What has he gone to Singapore for?
Sir, 103 days continuously he has campaigned in spite of 2 bypass surgeries. Obviously, a man needs bit of time for himself, sir.
Okay. So he has gone for rest and recuperation. I'm told he's returning back tonight.
Sir, he is a 24/7 politician like his great father.
Okay.
So there also he is strategizing, and I am aware that he is getting calls from both the parties, sir.
Okay, you're saying he's getting calls from both the parties. Interesting. We will wait and see. We will wait and see what happens in Karnataka. It's a state which is always...
Rajdeep, sir.
Yes.
He doesn't want to come into the hands of both the party easily.
Okay, this time he won't come into the hands of any party easily. We'll wait and see what happens in Karnataka. As I said, our coverage starts early morning, 6 a.m. onwards, counting 8 a.m. I appreciate all my guests joining us. Will Karnataka throw a hung assembly? As I said, our poll is showing a clear verdict. My sense also is Karnataka will throw a very clear, decisive verdict tomorrow. Watch out for that coming up tomorrow. Let's turn from there to my other big focus tonight, because the fact is 20 days and counting, India's top wrestlers are still on the street demanding arrest of Wrestling Federation Chief Brij Bhushan Saran Singh. Many wrestlers, remember, have accused him of sexual harassment. The wrestlers have moved a Delhi court seeking a court-monitored probe in the assault case against the BJP MP Brij Bhushan. Today, the Delhi police informed a special court it has formed an SIT to probe the matter.
With wrestlers still protesting, seeking action against Brij Bhushan Sharan, Delhi police has now filed a status report before a Delhi court in a sealed cover. Remember, these female wrestlers who have accused Brij Bhushan Sharan of sexual harassment have now moved Delhi's Rouse Avenue court seeking court-monitored investigation. The Delhi police has told court that information in the status report should not be shared with anyone. However, lawyer appearing for the wrestlers has claimed that the same is being done only to protect Brij Bhushan. Not just that, lawyer for the wrestlers has also questioned how Brij Bhushan Sharan is getting information regarding the complaint and is also making statements about them before the media. Delhi police has told court that the SIT will now be investigating this matter. The court has decided to go ahead with the case after the statements of the complainants are recorded. The case will next be heard on 27th May, which is when we'll see if the court decides to interfere in the investigation in this case. With camera person Ashwani from New Delhi, this is Srishti Oja, India Today.
So, is a breakthrough possible at all in the standoff between the Wrestling Federation, the Sports Ministry on the one side and the protesting wrestlers on the other? Well, just a couple of days ago, I hit the street to find out why the women wrestlers or our wrestlers in general remain angry. Wrestlers को गुस्सा क्यों आता है? Listen in. अच्छा, आप कहाँ से आए हो? आप कहाँ से आए हो?
मैं रांची झारखंड से आया हूँ।
मधेपुरा जिला बिहार से।
तेलंगाना से आए हो? किसे आप? राजस्थान। आप?
राजस्थान चूरू जिला। मध्य प्रदेश ग्वालियर से।
आप ग्वालियर से आए हो?
राजस्थान सीकर।
आप करने क्या आए हो? यहाँ आकर क्या फर्क पड़ेगा?
सर फर्क पड़ेगा कि मैं अपनी बहनों को न्याय दिलाने के लिए, इंसाफ दिलाने के लिए, ये जो प्रभूषण है इनको जेल भिजवाने के लिए आए हैं।
सरकार कह रही है कि ये सब राजनीतिक हो गया है, अलग अलग
हम लोग पार्टी से, हम देश से जुड़े हैं।
या तो ये घुटनों के बल बैठ के सिर झुका के जी ले, या ये सर उठा कर मरे। भारतवर्ष में नहीं, पूरी दुनिया में जब झंडा ऊपर होता है तो हम लोग के आंख में आंसू आ जाती है, और ये इस तरह यहाँ बैठेंगी।
किसान आंदोलन को आने की क्या जरूरत है?
दरअसल
बेटियां भी तो हैं किसी की, तो अगर क्या मतलब किसान को हक नहीं है यहाँ आने का?
Jantar Mantar has seen many a protest over the years, but what has happened over the last fortnight here is quite unique. To see India's Olympic wrestlers, medal winners, protesting on the streets is something which has never happened before. It's unprecedented, and we don't know what the end game is. That's what I want to find out, because I'm joined by Bajrang Punia. कैसे हो? संगीता कैसी हो? विनेश कैसी हो? मैं यहाँ आया था 17 दिन पहले, और तब लगा था कि ये 2-3 दिन में सब खत्म हो जाएगा। अब 17 दिन हुए हैं और ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि कोई एंड गेम नहीं नजर आता है कि क्या करना क्या है। एफआईआर फाइल हुई है ब्रिजभूषण शरण के खिलाफ, एक नया अध्यक्ष होने वाला है। अब क्या चाहती हैं? अब मैं देख रहा हूँ आप अरेस्ट चाहती हैं उनका। जब तक अरेस्ट नहीं हो तब तक आप यहाँ से नहीं निकलेंगे?
जी बिल्कुल। देखिए एफआईआर तो उनके ऊपर पहले भी है, बहुत सारी केस पहले भी है, 302 का भी है केस, और एफआईआर से अगर कुछ होता तो पहले भी हो जाता। जब तक अरेस्ट नहीं होता उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई नहीं होती।
नहीं, पर पहले आपकी मांग थी एफआईआर, पहले आपकी मांग थी कमेटी बनाए, उसके बाद थी एफआईआर हो, वो सब हुआ है। अब कह रहे हैं कि अरेस्ट हो। अरेस्ट तो पुलिस करेगी, अरेस्ट कार्रवाई के बाद होगी।
देखिए पहले कमेटी की हमने नहीं बोला, कमेटी बना के तो हमें आश्वासन दिया गया था, और कमेटी बनने के बाद हमारे साथ जो हुआ वो सभी देशवासियों को भी पता है, क्योंकि कमेटी सारा उन्हीं के लोग बैठे थे, उन्हीं के हिसाब से चल रहे थे। और जब वो बोल रहे कि भाई कमेटी का इंतजार नहीं किया, खेल मंत्री जी का भी एक बयान आया था कि कमेटी के फैसले का इंतजार नहीं किया। हमने तो इंतजार किया था। ब्रिजभूषण अपने घर में ही नेशनल चैंपियनशिप करवा रहे थे, वो उन्हीं के लोग बोल रहे हैं कि भाई न्यूज में निकलवा रहे खिलाड़ियों ने कुछ भी नहीं दिया। बोला सोर्सेज बोल रहे हैं कि खिलाड़ियों ने कोई प्रूफ नहीं दिए, कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं थी कि उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए। कमेटी ने तो उनको क्लीन चिट दे दिया था।
तो आपको कमेटी में विश्वास नहीं था, क्या अब आपको विश्वास है कि अब एफआईआर फाइल हुई है? क्या आपको लगता है जब तक अरेस्ट नहीं हो तब तक आप यहाँ से हटेंगी नहीं?
सर देखिए एफआईआर भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब आदेश दिया 6 दिन के बाद में लॉन्च हुई है। अगर कोई नॉर्मल इंसान एफआईआर के लिए जाता है, 7 लड़कियां हैं, उसमें पोस्को भी है, उसमें एफआईआर नहीं होता है, तो आप सोचिए विश्वास किस चीज पे करें? पुलिस पे हम विश्वास किस चीज पे करें?
और आपने पुलिस को सभी जानकारी दे दी है, पूरी जानकारी पुलिस के पास है। अब
7 लड़कियों ने कंप्लेंट्स दी थी, पुलिस को दे दिया था, सब
एविडेंस जितना भी है पूरा दिया है, जो भी आपको कहना था।
के लिए एविडेंस की जरूरत ही नहीं होती सर। एफआईआर के लिए अगर किसी लड़की ने बोल दिया कि हमारे साथ में गलत हुआ है तो एफआईआर लॉन्च करो ना। और पोस्को एक्ट में कोई नॉर्मल इंसान अगर होता है तो उसको अरेस्ट करके इंटेरोगेशन में लिया जाता है। ब्रिजभूषण कौन सा अलग खास इंसान है, उसको क्यों नहीं इंटेरोगेशन में लिया जाता है? अरेस्ट करके इंटेरोगेशन कीजिए ना। हम यही हैं, हम कहीं नहीं जाने वाले। हम प्रोसेस में हम विश्वास करते, ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन दिल्ली पुलिस पे हमारा विश्वास नहीं है।
दिल्ली पुलिस पर नहीं है विश्वास?
6 दिन एफआईआर नहीं किया सर, कैसे विश्वास करें?
तो पर फिर किस पे विश्वास होगा? सरकार पे नहीं है, कमेटी पर नहीं है, पुलिस पर नहीं है, तो किस पर होगा?
कमेटी किसने बनाई थी? स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री ने। स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री को फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता। 17 दिन से हम यहाँ बैठे, हमको कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, कोई जिए कोई मरे।
अनुराग ठाकुर कभी आए आपसे मिलने इतने दिनों में?
फोन कॉल ही नहीं
कोई
आया।
नहीं, कोई नहीं आया। अनुराग ठाकुर कोई नहीं?
नहीं सर, कोई नहीं आया हमारे हमसे मिलने। हम 17 दिन से यहाँ बैठे तो किसी ने पूछा भी नहीं कि
स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी के ऑफिशियल आए थे।
हाँ जी, उनसे बातचीत हुई।
बट स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर से आपने फोन पर बात करने की कोशिश की कि आप आइए यहाँ देखिए हमारी बात सुनिए?
नहीं, अभी नहीं की, लेकिन जब कमेटी की जब सारी प्रक्रिया चल रही थी उस टाइम पे मैंने भी 2-3 बार ट्राई किया। उससे पहले तो बात हुई थी, लेकिन जब बोले कि भाई खेल मंत्री जी अभी व्यस्त है, उन्होंने बात करवाई नहीं।
उन्होंने कहा खेल मंत्री व्यस्त है।
हाँ, तो खिलाड़ियों से ही बात नहीं करेंगे तो किस चीज में व्यस्त है?
एक सरकार का कहना है कि ये अब राजनीतिक हो गया है, कि आप लोगों को कांग्रेस उत्साह रही है, हुड्डा भूपेंद्र सिंह हुड्डा।
मैं दूंगा इस चीज का, जिसने बोला ना वो हमें न्याय दे दीजिए, हम उठ के चले जाएंगे, हमें राजनीति नहीं करनी, हम अपने न्याय के लिए बैठे हैं। जो भी राजनीति मुद्दा इसको बना रहा है या बता रहा है, आप आ जाइए, हमें न्याय दे दीजिए, हम उठ के चले जाएंगे।
क्योंकि अगले साल हरियाणा में चुनाव है तो कह रहे हैं हुड्डा परिवार आपको प्रोत्साहित कर रहा है। अब किसान संगठन भी आ गए हैं।
आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि जो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि इसमें राजनीति है, अगर आपकी बहन बेटी के साथ होता तो आप यही सवाल करते क्या कि राजनीति हो रही है, कि वो लोग राजनीति कर रहे हैं?
किसान कौन है सर? किसान हमारे ही तो बड़े बुजुर्ग हैं, किसान के घर से हमारे हैं। आप पहले किसान को गालियां दे रहे हो, खिलाड़ियों को गालियां दे रहे हो, तो क्या ये जो बोल रहे हैं यही देशभक्त है क्या? देशभक्त है कौन? मतलब जवान को भी कुछ छोड़ा नहीं, किसान को भी छोड़ा नहीं, खिलाड़ियों को भी छोड़ा नहीं, तो देशभक्त है कौन अपने देश में? मैं तो यही समझ में नहीं आ रहा।
ये जो किसान आए हैं, जो अन्य पॉलिटिकल दल आए हैं, आपने उनको बुलाया या वो खुद आ गए हैं?
हमने अनाउंसमेंट किया था कि कोई भी पूरे देश में से कोई भी हमारा समर्थन कर सकता है। सभी लोग नैतिक समर्थन कर रहे हैं, तो इसमें मुझे समझ नहीं आता इसमें बुराई क्या है।
आपका क्या होगा? क्या एशियन गेम्स है, ओलंपिक्स है, क्या कहीं आपको अब लगता है कि अब आप देश के लिए नहीं खेल पाएंगी?
हम तो खेलना चाहते हैं सर, लेकिन स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री को देखना चाहिए कि हम उनको हमारी जरूरत है कि नहीं है। शायद कोई राजनीति वालों को या कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री को फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता कि इसके खिलाड़ी क्या करते हैं क्या नहीं करते, क्योंकि मेडल पहले भी हम अपने दम पे लेके आए थे, आगे भी हमें लगता है कि हम अपने ही उसके ऊपर लेके आ सकते।
वो कह रहे हैं आपको क्वालिफायर करना पड़ेगा, प्रोसेस करनी पड़ेगी, धरना छोड़िए, चलिए आइए प्रैक्टिस करिए।
आज तक ये बताइए कि कौन सी क्वालिफाई करके नहीं गए? आज तक कोई टूर्नामेंट बताइए। जो लोग बोल रहे हैं ना, वो लोगों को भ्रमित कर रहे हैं कि भाई ये सीधा खेलना चाहते हैं। आज तक मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि कौन सी ट्रायल हमने नहीं दी।
तो आपको ट्रायल के बाद ही आप जाएंगे, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं ये जो अगर इसी तरह से कितने दिनों तक रहेंगे ये सवाल उठता है, क्योंकि बृजभूषण शरण सिंह ने साफ कहा मैं इस्तीफा नहीं देने वाला हूँ। आप चाहते हैं कि वो अरेस्ट हो और एमपी पद से इस्तीफा दे। उनका कहना है नहीं देंगे, कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता है।
देखिए, एमपी वो जनता ने बनाया, अपने क्षेत्र से जीत के आया है। हम एमपी पद से इस्तीफा नहीं चाहते उनका कि भाई वो,
आप बस अरेस्ट चाहते हैं।
हम जो
एफआईआर पे कार्रवाई करके अरेस्ट,
जो एलिगेशन लगे हैं रेसलिंग फेडरेशन से इस्तीफा दे, और जो एलिगेशन लगे हैं उनको उनकी सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
क्या आपको विश्वास है कि आपको न्याय मिलेगा? 17 दिन बाद कहीं लगता है कि यार ये कहाँ कितने दिन ऐसे ही, वो आपको एक तरह से कह रहे हैं कि चलिए अब आपको थकाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं?
सर कोई दिक्कत नहीं, अगर हमारी थकाने से या हमारी कुर्बानी देने से अगर देश में कुछ एक चिंगारी आ जाती है, लड़कियों की भलाई हो जाती है। ये सिर्फ एक रेसलिंग की बात नहीं रही है। अभी इतनी महिलाएं हमारे पास में आ रही हैं, इतनी छोटी छोटी लड़कियां आ रही हैं जिनके साथ में गलत हुआ है, उनको कभी एफआईआर लॉन्च नहीं हुई है, या उनको डराया गया है, या वो कभी बोल नहीं पाई।
बाकी स्पोर्ट्स में भी?
बाकी स्पोर्ट्स में नहीं, नॉर्मल
रेसलिंग में।
अब स्पोर्ट्स में भी आई हैं, स्पोर्ट्स में भी लड़कियां आई हैं हमारे पास में।
वहाँ कैमरा है, क्या कहेंगी बृजभूषण सिंह जी को? क्या कहेंगी? देखिए कैमरा, क्या कहना है?
वो तो बेशरम आदमी है, उनका तो कुछ नहीं, वो तो जेल में जाएंगे तभी पुलिस ही कुछ कह सकती है उनके बारे में।
तो तभी आपको एक तरह से राहत मिलेगी जब वो जेल में जाएंगे। आपको लगता है उनको सजा होनी चाहिए?
ऐसे लोग बाहर रह के देश की संसद में बैठ कैसे सकते हैं? ऐसे दरिंदे जो इतनी लड़कियों के साथ गलत करके वो कैसे संसद इतना पवित्र स्थान है, हमारे देश के संविधान का एक मुख्य पार्ट है संसद, वहाँ पे ऐसे लोग बैठेंगे तो लड़कियाँ कहाँ सेफ हो सकती हैं? ऐसे लोगों की जगह संसद में थोड़ी है सर, ऐसे लोगों की जगह जेल में ही है।
बजरंग जी, संगीता, विनेश, आपने बात रखी, आपने साफ कहा मुझे कि जब तक आपको न्याय नहीं मिले, और न्याय का मतलब है कि बृजभूषण शरण सिंह आप समझते जब तक वो अरेस्ट ना हो तब तक आपका ये आंदोलन नहीं, आपकी ये जो लड़ाई जो है वो जारी रहेगी। सच्चाई की लड़ाई जारी रहेगी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
कौन कहता है कि तूफान इधर आएगा? बजरंगी हर तूफान से टकरा के निकल जाएगा।
कितने दिनों चलेगा ये?
सर जब तक न्याय नहीं मिल जाता, जब तक।
न्याय का मतलब क्या है?
न्याय का मतलब ये है कि अक्यूज के ऊपर जो FIR की गई है, पहले उस हमारे बयान होंगे एंड देन कार्रवाई हो उचित।
बयान तो आपने दे दिए हैं?
नहीं, बयान लड़के
अभी तक नहीं दिए?
नहीं हुए हैं और 164 वाले नहीं हुए हैं। पुलिस डिले कर रही है कि उसको बचाने के लिए, और दूसरा फेडरेशन पे से बिल्कुल उनका कब्जा हटना चाहिए,
क्योंकि फेडरेशन में तो अब एडॉक कमेटी आ गई है, तो कहा जा रहा है वो हटेंगे वहाँ से। तो एक बार हटे तो आप
पे मैं कोई बिलीव नहीं है।
कोई नहीं,
कमेटी पे हमने बिलीव करके देखा, उन्होंने हमारे साथ धोखा किया कि कमेटी बनाएंगे और आपको बहुत अच्छे से।
वो कह रहे हैं नए अध्यक्ष बनेंगे।
नहीं, कमेटी एक वही बात है, ठंडे बस्ते में डालने वाली बात होती है। फिर 5-6 महीने हम वेट करते रह जाएंगे। अभी 3 महीने में क्या कर दिया था कमेटी ने।
तो आप चाहती हैं कि वो अरेस्ट हो?
हाँ, जो भी उचित कार्रवाई है, जो भी पुलिस जांच करेगी, जो भी कार्रवाई बनती है उन पे होनी चाहिए, और फेडरेशन से उनको इस्तीफा देना चाहिए। और
पुलिस कह रही है कार्रवाई शुरू हो गई है।
नहीं हुई है कार्रवाई, बिना बयानों के कैसे शुरू होगी?
तो आप चाहती हैं कि कार्रवाई जब तक समाप्त ना हो, जब तक कोई ठोस नतीजे पर नहीं आए, तब तक यहाँ से नहीं हटेंगे?
नहीं।
कहीं ऐसा है कि एक डर का माहौल है कि ये इतने ताकतवर हैं, सरकार के खिलाफ एक तरह से आप बन गई हैं। कहीं डर है कि हमारा करियर खत्म हो जाएगा, अब हम रेसलिंग भी नहीं कर पाएंगे देश के लिए?
सर, जब दोबारा प्रोटेस्ट पे बैठे थे ना, तो सिर्फ यही सोच के बैठे थे, हर चीज चाहे दाव पे लग जाए, करियर, जॉब, जान, कुछ भी लग जाए, लेकिन हमें बैठना था। क्योंकि पहली बार धोखे से उठाया और हमें झूठा साबित करवाया गया। क्यों? क्योंकि उसने दोबारा से फेडरेशन रन करना स्टार्ट कर दिया अपने ही नगरी में, अयोध्या में, वहां गोंडा में वो नेशनल्स करा रहा है, मेडल्स पहना रहे हैं, सारे काम कर रहे हैं। तो इसका मतलब तो ये हुआ कि हम झूठे थे जो हमने पहला प्रोटेस्ट किया।
ये जितने भी लोग यहाँ हैं किसी पार्टी से नहीं है?
कोई पार्टी से नहीं। हमारा जो धरना है वो किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को सपोर्ट नहीं करता, ना हम किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को सपोर्ट करते। हम में खिलाड़ी हैं जो पूरे देश के हैं, और ये भाई लोग खड़े हैं, इतने दिन से आ रहे हैं, साथ दे रहे हैं, और हमारा मंच है। और हमने डे फर्स्ट से ये बोला है कि हमारा मंच हर एक भारतीय नागरिक के लिए है, जो हमें इंसाफ दिलाना चाहता है वो आ सकता है।
चलिए मैम, थैंक यू वेरी मच। साक्षी जी, थैंक यू।
So what do you think? What happens next? We'll wait and see to our wrestlers in their fight against the authorities. Let's turn to another fight, because a day after the Supreme Court called the governor's order to conduct a floor test illegal, questioned the manner in which the speaker had chosen a whip in Maharashtra, the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray claimed a moral victory. While the court has not reinstated Uddhav Thackeray as the chief minister, all eyes are now on whether the 16 rebel MLAs, including Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, will be disqualified by the speaker Rahul Narvekar. Today, the Sena Uddhav Thackeray group set a deadline for the speaker, saying with Uddhav Thackeray even going to the extent of asking Prime Minister Narendra Modi to dismiss the Maharashtra government.
एकूणच महाराष्ट्रामध्ये जी काही एक बेबंदशाही माजवण्याचा प्रयत्न चालू झालेला आहे, त्याच्यावरती काल सर्वोच्च न्यायालयाने निकाल दिलाय आणि परखड भाष्य केलेलं आहे. गद्दारांच्या माध्यमातून आपल्या दावणीला बांधण्याचा भाजपचा घाट हा काल सर्वोच्च न्यायालयाने उघडा पाडला.
या संदर्भातले सगळे अधिकार स्पीकरला दिले आहेत. रिझनेबल टाइम देखील त्या ठिकाणी सांगितलेला आहे. त्यामुळे अशा प्रकारे स्पीकरवर दबाव आणण्याचा जर प्रयत्न हा कोणी करत असेल तर ते फ्री अँड फेअर अशा प्रकारच्या न्याय प्रक्रियेत बसत नाही. माझी अपेक्षा आहे की जे कायद्यामध्ये आहे, जे संविधानामध्ये आहे आणि जे सुप्रीम कोर्टाने सांगितलेलं आहे त्यानुसार महाराष्ट्र विधानसभेचे माननीय अध्यक्ष हा निर्णय करतील.
So what happens next? All eyes on the Maharashtra speaker. Will he disqualify the Chief Minister of Maharashtra and other MLAs? I'm joined by Rahul Narvekar, who is in London. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Narvekar. You are in London on a pre-scheduled agenda. We are told you are back here in a couple of days. All the turbulence taking place in your home city of Mumbai. You're in the hot seat now because the Supreme Court has made it clear, Rahul Narvekar, the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly must decide in a reasonable time on the disqualification petitions of the 16 Sena MLAs. Are you now going to decide this expeditiously? Uddhav Thackeray has decided within the next fortnight, or he will go back to the Supreme Court?
Well, at the outset, I must applaud the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court upholding the constitutional discipline wherein the legislature, executive, and the judiciary have their independent roles. Neither of them have superintendence over the other, but they have rightly recognized the jurisdiction, powers, and duties of the Speaker to decide disqualification petitions under the 10th schedule, thereby upholding the constitutional discipline in the country. Having said that, it shall definitely be my endeavor to deal with these proceedings at the earliest and give a decision on them at the earliest. However, as you are aware that the Supreme Court has opined that we should first decide as to who was in control of the political party at the relevant time, and thereafter we need to get into the issue pertaining to the merits of each petition that has been filed before me. So I will first have to decide as to who was in control of the party back in 2022. So all this will take a reasonable amount of time. Be rest assured, we are not interested.
No, Mr. Narvekar.
We are not interested in delaying the matter, but we cannot hurry it either.
No, but when you say, therefore, a reasonable amount of time you need, and you're saying you're not interested in delaying the matter, and you're saying you will do it at the earliest, what is the time frame? As I mentioned, Uddhav Thackeray today has said he expects this to happen within the next fortnight. You are being accused in a way without being mentioned that because you're from the BJP, you've been sitting on these disqualification petitions for months on end, have not taken a call. Will you take a call within the next fortnight? Is that what reasonable time means according to you?
Well, I cannot act to the desires of every individual member. I will have to go in accordance with the provisions of law, and I'll have to consider the facts on record. As you're aware that the provisions of CPC are applicable to these petitions under the on the basis of principles of natural justice. I will have to give a hearing to every to the petitioner as well as the respondents. There'll be evidence led, there'll be examination in chief, there'll be cross-examination, there'll be verification, the entire process will be carried on. And therefore, it would be most unfair to expect results in a hurry. We will carry out the entire process and deliver the judgment or pass an order at the earliest.
No, but at the earliest, do you want us to give us some kind of a time frame? We are in May of 2023. Next year, Maharashtra has its Vidhan Sabha elections, Lok Sabha elections. Will you give a judgment before the end of this year?
Well, I would have loved to give you a time, but it's not possible right now. There are multiple petitions which are pending. There are different facts in each petition. There are petitions filed by either group against the other. There is the primary issue as to who was in control of the party and who represented the political party at the relevant time yet has to be decided. And thereafter, I'll have to go into the merits of the petition. So all this would take considerable amount of time, but I would like to assure you and the viewers that I shall not delay this matter at all, and it shall be my endeavor to complete all the procedures in the minimum time that is required.
You know, you keep referring to you having to first settle the decision as to which is the political party which was in charge to decide on the whip for the Shiv Sena. Now, as you know, yesterday the Supreme Court has very clearly said that your action in choosing a member of the Shinde Sena as the chief of the party was prima facie illegal. You did it without applying your mind, without an independent inquiry. You should have inquired as to which was the political party at the time in control before that taking that decision, instead of simply accepting the Shinde Sena's whip. How do you respond? Would you concede that you did not apply your mind before accepting the Shinde Sena's nominee as the whip?
Well, Rajdeep, insofar as my decision to recognize Mr. Bharat Gogawale as the whip is concerned, let me tell you that the Schedule 10 provides for the political party, and the rules made under the Schedule 10 provide for the whip being appointed on the basis of a majority decision of the elected MLAs. And this has been the process that has been carried out in the state legislature for years together. even in the past, and this is not only with regards to the Shiv Sena, but with all the major parties in the assembly, the same process has been followed.
Right.
And therefore, there was no reason for me to deviate from that process. And now that the Supreme Court has perhaps interpreted the provisions of Schedule 10, that becomes the law of the land. So we shall abide by that now.
Okay.
But there is no reason for any to be attributed to the decision taken
Right.
then.
Mr. Narvekar, just a final question. After the Supreme Court verdict, as you said, you will review your decisions. I just want you to tell our viewers, can we expect that this decision will not be motivated by malice and bias? You are a speaker, but also a BJP MLA. Can you give an assurance that whatever decision you take, which will have huge implications for the government in Maharashtra on the issue of whip or disqualification, will be free of any pressure, malice or bias?
Every citizen who believes in democracy shall believe in the constitution of this country. The constitution of this country mandates the speaker to act in an unbiased manner. Once I assumed the office of the speaker, I am unattached and do not have an affiliation to any political party per se in my discharge of my duties as the speaker.
Right.
And therefore, be rest assured, I needless to state that I'm going to be absolutely fair, unbiased in this matter. I am going to take up the issues based on the facts on record and the law.
Okay.
As it prevails.
Okay, let me leave it there. That's reassuring, but we will wait and see whether you act, how expeditiously you act on this crucial issue of disqualification of MLAs. Rahul Narvekar, our exclusive newsmaker tonight, thank you very much for joining me. Let's take a break. On the other side is our good news today story. And yes, it comes from battle-scarred Imphal. We'll tell you more on the other side.
Where the software engineer meets the gifted content writer, meets the cool UI UX designer, meets the talented photographer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. So where are you?
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Where the software engineer meets the smart market analyst, meets the gifted content writer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. So where are you?
Issues and factors influencing the Karnataka elections. Amul versus Nandini controversy. Hijab versus saffron debate. Corruption allegations and the rebel factor are all crucial issues that could sway the voters. The Lingayat and Vokaliga communities have dominated state politics for decades, and their votes will be crucial. Stay tuned to indiatoday.in/interactive for our daily coverage of the Karnataka elections every Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. only on India Today TV. Don't miss out on the #1 election team. Reporting from Ground Zero. Grounded in journalism.
Quality today. In Delhi, 163. In Mumbai, 90. In Kolkata, 106. In Bangalore, 51. In Chennai, 72. In Hyderabad, 63.
Welcome back. Let's turn to tonight's good news story. And it is a story which comes from a state which has experienced, unfortunately, violence and several deaths in the last week. Today, we tell you the story of a brave school principal in Imphal who rescued nearly 90 students who were stuck when violence broke out in Manipur's capital. It's tonight's Good News Today story.
Nearly 90 school kids are meeting their parents for the first time since violence erupted in Manipur. The parents, most of whom are tribals, could not come earlier to pick their children up as their boarding school is in Imphal, an area dominated by the Meitei community.
It's going to be around 70 kilometers from here. 70 kilometers. Yeah. Being a single parent and my child is away from home, still staying in a boarding, and if they see all these horrible things in their life since they are small kids, they should first thing what comes in my mind is that they will have lots of trauma in their mind.
7-year-old Zoya Waife, daughter of a late soldier, is now inspired by the work done by the army, which brought her parents to the school.
What do you want to now become in life?
India Army.
You want to become an Indian Army? Do you want to become an officer?
The hero who saved the school kids from the ethnic violence is Vanelam Waife, the principal of the Bloomingdale's boarding school. Armed with a sword, Waife moved the children to the nearby hills when violence broke out.
I was the last one holding a sword, and we ran towards the hills. Okay. The whole night we stayed there, and early morning we head back to the boarding school. We prepared tea, some breakfast snacks. We had again gunfiring, some noise. So that time, once again, we took through the hills.
Waife then sent an SOS to the army, which swung into action and united the children with their parents on Wednesday. The Braveheart principal has only one wish.
As the gunshot begin again, and there were like announcement made by the communities, different communities. So I started contacting their parents, the nearby parents, to come and pick their children as soon as possible. So the Meitei communities, they came and picked. I really pray and hope that peace will be restored soon.
The many tales of how the Indian Army came to rescue when the incident was taking place, which was one of the most difficult nights for these parents. The children were far away from school, far away from their homes, and that is one thing that the parents were worried about, and now finally they have reunited with their kids. In Imphal, today.
The courage of the ordinary Indian needs to be saluted and applauded at all times. On that note, I have to leave you tonight because I have an early start tomorrow. Our entire team will be here from 6 a.m. in the morning for our special coverage on the verdict for Karnataka. Who's winning the battle for Bengaluru? We'll tell you more on that. Don't miss the verdict tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. onwards. For now, stay well, stay safe. Good night. Jai Hind. Shubh Ratri. Namaskar.